aren't around anymore. It could be everybody in the family doing something in their, doing something themselves. You could ask people to donate pages or copy for it. It could be a memory book about the reunion where you find photos from past reunions, and you could use it as a photo book or you could use it as a copy book. I think most of those, when you do it for your own, you probably, next year instead of just t-shirts, Kimberly, let's ask people to bring their memory books and some of those kinds of things that they've done for their reunions. I think of memory books for family reunions very, very similar to the kinds that class reunions do, where they ask a couple of questions and people send in the answers. You could put in pictures of Grandma when she was a kid and now, a current picture. You could use it to ask questions. Anybody have any ideas? Anybody? Okay.
We did like funny things. We had a cousin, she wore this real high wig, and it was really funny. When she got in the car, get into the cousin's car, her wig came up in the car, and one of the cousins thought it was, oh my God, what is that, a cat? And it was her wig. She didn't even know that her wig was on. And then that so we had to add that, funny things that happen. When a damn failed, really funny things.
Or family stories. Someone willing to write them.
Funny things that happen.
So are you talking about a memory book for each person that comes there, or a memory book that goes to each reunion and you keep adding to it?
That's a good question. That could be, lots of reunions have a scrapbook, a reunion scrapbook, where they take it from one reunion to the next, where they put the pictures in and people write in it.
Right.
I guess probably that, it could be that kind of thing as well. It could be a scrapbook that just goes to every single reunion. Some reunions have artifacts where, unlike this family that has the barn, where they take the box from one reunion to the next and pull things out, artifacts where they pull them out and talk about them. Or tell family stories, whether they're true or not. Faith, come on, every family has a bunch that aren't exactly true, or maybe not honest. That's families, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say that I have an experience in the family meeting we had a great migration meeting. And what we asked for is that we had a contest, and whoever was the best story, of course, won the prize. But that's always a good one, because you can tell the story.
Where did most of the family members came from?
Yeah.
Did you share all of the stories or just the one that won?
Well,
Just the one that won. Yeah. Yeah. I think you almost have to do if you can say that everyone's story is going to be in there. I mean, you can still have
a modification of that. You don't get to do everyone's story. Someone was surprised. They just got to do.
some families do ad books. That's another thing that. That's a good story. The ad books, I just did a podcast recently about how to do an ad book, and I would defer you to that, except that, like corporate underwriting, is not easy anymore either. Most of the ads probably have to come from family members, as opposed to from businesses. And when you have a family where a lot of people are coming from out of town, it's a little hard to convince a community restaurant that they're going to get a lot of business out of this when you have, 25 people living in the town and the other 75 are coming from someplace else. But those were the kinds of ads that a lot of them did. Yeah.
Now with my family, we're really into the church, and sing, everyone. And we do fundraisers at the church where we do a 50-50 program where the church would get some, like we go to this cousin's church. And then that church get 50, half the money, and then half the money go to the family. And then everybody that's on the program, a family. You don't have to pay anybody, because we have organists, we have quartet groups, we have choirs, and everybody gets packed that church out, and whatever the offering is, they split it down the middle.
That's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do. And we do, the children want to do. You know, we do programs, and now with the praise dancers, we have this cousin
yeah.
praise dance, they do praise dance. Everybody come together, we meet up at this cousin's church, but we have a lot of pastors and, you know, family members who, we meet at your church. 50 go to your church, half go to the family. And then, you know, and then the ones that want to leave and go party, okay, you know, fine. But most of my people, you know, they into church. And we be there like the 12 and 1 o'clock, shouting and singing and, you know, did it. And the ones that come late, we have an offering in the back. We have we have a box in the back. You know, some come late. You know how they come late. After the offering, we have it in the back. Come on, get you up and then we split.
You covered all the bases, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Sure. No, she's saying that they're members of the family who would advertise in the ad book. That's exactly right, but it probably pretty much does have to be limited to family members. A lot of families do things like where they'll congratulate the graduates, or someone has a milestone birthday, you know, grandma turned 80, so you do a page, and, you know. But that means that the family members are contributing to that. The thing with an ad book is you do have to consider the fact that you are going to have to print it. It isn't just, you know, the ad income is not just income for the reunion, but you are going to have expenses with that as well. But then you can turn around and sell it, you know, instead of giving it away. You know, it really does depend on the family which of the various methods you want to use, which is going to go over best. Yes?
I was going to say, we had a reunion actually a couple weeks ago, and something that worked really well was they had for themed parties. I know you had touched on it, but the women, they did like a 70s theme party. So they all came dressed up like they were in the 70s, you know, wigs, disco, everything, and playing their music and whatnot. Well, the men went out to this like golf club that's right down the street from us, and they have, you know, an indoor golf course. So the men are taking care of the women. Actually have a fashion show, and you pick like, you know, top 3 people that, you know, are the best, and then you get like, you know, little gifts or whatnot from there. But that seemed to work really well with the themed event for one of the evenings. Just really seemed to go over well. It's just something I saw that worked well. The women will.
Anybody else? Kimberly. Oh, she does. You have to listen to her. Eyes and ears open. She's the one who's going to keep us on schedule.
Thank you.
We're going to have Anthony come up here and switch the presentation so we can